Everywhere you look today, money controls the rhythm of life. It decides where you live, what you eat, how you feel, and even how free you truly are. But what if you could break that invisible chain? The one that keeps you trapped in cycles of stress, debt, and dependence. The truth is, thousands of ordinary people around the world have already done it. They've escaped the paycheck to paycheck grind, built wealth from scratch, and reclaimed control over their time and choices. And their stories aren't just about numbers. They're about transformation. This is the road to financial freedom. And today, you'll see how ordinary people turn their struggles into power, one decision at a time. Before we begin, if you believe deep down that you were meant for more than just surviving, then stay with me. Because what you'll hear today might just change the way you look at money forever. The awakening. Realizing the trap for most people. The journey begins with a single painful realization: they've been living inside a system that rewards consumption, not creation. From a young age, we're taught to study hard, get a job, and spend what we earn. Credit cards are marketed as convenience, loans as opportunity, and comfort as the goal. But when the bills stack up and savings vanish, reality hits. The system was never designed to make you free. Take Sarah, for example. She was a single mother working 2 jobs, constantly exhausted and terrified of falling behind on rent. Her turning point came one night when she checked her bank account after a 60-hour week and realized she had less than $50 left. That was the night she broke down and then woke up. Instead of blaming luck, she began questioning everything. Her habits, her spending, her beliefs about money. That moment of clarity marked the start of her journey toward freedom. And here's the truth. Most people never get to that point. They keep running in circles because they never stop to ask why. Why do we work harder but feel poorer? Why do raises never seem to fix anything? The moment you begin asking those questions, you step out of autopilot. You start to see money for what it really is, not a measure of worth, but a tool. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly in control of your finances? If the answer is never, don't worry. That's exactly where every success story begins. The main shift. Breaking mental chains. Financial freedom isn't a math problem. It's a mindset shift. The people who changed their financial destiny didn't start with millions. They started by rewiring how they thought about money. Society teaches us to see money emotionally, to fear losing it, to envy those who have it, and to spend it for validation. But the wealthy think differently. They see money as energy, as a servant, not a master. Let's go back to Sarah. Once she decided to change, the first thing she did wasn't to find a new job. It was to learn. She devoured every book, video, and podcast about money management and personal growth. She stopped calling herself broke and started saying she was learning wealth. It sounds small, but that change in language changed her behavior. She cut unnecessary subscriptions, began tracking every expense, and set clear financial goals. Even if they seemed tiny at first, within 6 months, she had saved her first $1,000. It wasn't much, but it proved something powerful, that she could direct her money instead of being controlled by it. And that's when she realized the greatest form of poverty isn't lack of money, it's lack of belief. So pause for a second and think about this. How often do you tell yourself, I can't afford it? What if you replace that with, how can I afford it? That small change separates the trapped from the free. Building the foundation. The power of simplicity. Once the mindset shifts, the strategy begins. Financial freedom doesn't start with big investments. It starts with clarity. And the first rule is simple: spend less than you earn, and make that difference grow. Sounds basic, right? But simplicity is where most people fail because it requires discipline, not just knowledge. One man named David, a delivery driver from Ohio, began tracking every dollar. He realized he was spending $400 a month on takeout and $200 on streaming subscriptions he barely used. Instead of feeling guilty, he turned it into a challenge. How low could he get his expenses without feeling deprived? Within a year, he had saved $5,000, more money than he'd ever seen at once. He used that to pay off high-interest debt, and the relief he felt was like breathing again after years underwater. The trick was consistency. He automated his savings, paid himself first, and used cash envelopes for daily expenses. No fancy apps, no investment secrets, just control. The same method has helped thousands of people escape debt because it builds one thing society doesn't teach: financial awareness. And here's where most people get stuck. They want quick results. But freedom isn't built in weeks. It's built in quiet moments. The ones where you say no to impulse spending, yes to patience, and keep going even when it feels slow. Remember, every dollar saved is a brick in your wall of freedom. The wall doesn't appear overnight, but one day, you'll look up and realize you're no longer trapped inside it. The breakthrough: multiple streams of income. Once the basics are under control, the next step is expansion, turning your time, skills, and creativity into income streams. This is where financial freedom begins to accelerate. Every story of transformation has one thing in common: at some point, the person stopped trading time for money and started making money work for them. Take Malik, a teacher who started a small online tutoring side business during his weekends. In the beginning, he made only $50 a week. But instead of spending it, he reinvested that money into better equipment and marketing. Within a year, he was earning more from tutoring than from his teaching job. Eventually, he quit and scaled it into a full online education company. Malik's story isn't about luck, it's about creating leverage. In today's world, side hustles, online businesses, and investments are no longer luxuries. They're survival tools. You don't have to build a company overnight. You can start with something small: freelancing, teaching, selling products, or learning investing basics. The goal is to disconnect your income from your hours. And here's something to think about. The internet has leveled the playing field. Ordinary people have built six-figure incomes from their kitchens, living rooms, and even dorms. So if you're waiting for the perfect time, it's already here. The question is, will you use it, or will you scroll past it? The resistance. Overcoming fear and doubt. No story of freedom comes without resistance. The moment you decide to change, fear will whisper, "What if you fail?" And society will echo that fear. Friends may not understand, family might doubt you. But here's the secret: freedom is uncomfortable because it pulls you away from the familiar. When Sarah began saving and cutting back, her friends laughed. "You only live once," they said. When Malik quit his job, his family called him crazy. Yet years later, those same people asked for their advice. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means you're stepping into the unknown. Financial growth is emotional growth. It forces you to face your habits, your insecurities, and your past mistakes. But it also teaches you self-respect. When you finally pay off that debt, when your savings hit your first big goal, something powerful happens. You stop feeling like a victim. You realize you were never powerless, just uninformed. And when doubt hits, remember this: everyone who's free today once stood where you are. They felt scared. They had no idea what they were doing. But they took one step anyway. That's all it takes to change your story. One brave step repeated 100 times. The turning point: freedom in action. Financial freedom isn't just about wealth. It's about choice. Imagine waking up one morning knowing that your bills are paid, your savings are growing, and your time belongs to you. You decide when to work, where to go, what to pursue. That's not fantasy. It's the result of years of small, intentional decisions. One woman named Priya reached this stage after 7 years of steady work. She didn't become a millionaire overnight, but she became free. No debt, a stable investment portfolio, and the ability to take a 6-month break to travel without worrying about money. When asked how it felt, she said, "It's not the money. It's the peace." Freedom looks different for everyone. For some, it's owning a small home with no mortgage. For others, it's being able to say no to a toxic job. But all of them share one thing: they built systems that let their money serve their life, not the other way around. And here's the beauty of it: the road to financial freedom never really ends. Once you taste it, you keep growing, learning to invest smarter, to give more, to live with purpose instead of pressure. The legacy: teaching others to break the chains. The final step in every financial freedom story is legacy. Passing the knowledge forward. Because true wealth isn't what you keep, it's what you share. The people who break free often become mentors, content creators, community leaders, helping others rise the same way they did. Sarah now runs workshops for single parents. Malik mentors teachers who want to earn online. Priya writes about financial literacy for women in her hometown. Each of them began as someone struggling, uncertain, and scared. But once they found their way out, they turned around and opened the gate for others. And that's what freedom really means. Not just breaking your own chains, but helping others break theirs. So if you're watching this, ask yourself, how long will you let money decide your life? You don't need a miracle. You need awareness, consistency, and courage. The road is long, yes, but every step brings you closer to peace, control, and purpose. Every great story starts with someone deciding enough is enough. Maybe that's you today. Maybe this is your wake-up call to take back your power. Because you are not meant to just survive, you are meant to be free. If this message inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, subscribe, and join thousands of others on this same journey toward financial freedom. Your story could be the next one that inspires someone else to break the chains.